regarding Hafiz Saeed and Donald Trump. Well, Hafiz Saeed has now dared the US President Donald Trump again, saying that if Trump equates extremist Islam, he stated that if Trump equates Islam with terrorism, then he will face dire consequences. An open threat there coming in from Hafiz Saeed to the US President Donald Trump. Hafiz Saeed be on Trump's radar now. That being the question, will Pakistan be pressurized to in fact rein in Hafiz Saeed for making these nature of remarks against the US President Donald Trump? Let's take a listen in.
डोनाल्ड ट्रंप को मैं समझता हूं कि एक अमेरिका के सदर होने की हैसियत में बहुत पढ़ा लिखा और समझदार आदमी होने की हैसियत में बात करनी चाहिए। उनकी बात मैं समझता हूं कि बिल्कुल मालूमात से बहुत दूर है, तो बल्कि मैं तो चाहता हूं कि इसका नोटिस लेना चाहिए, कैथोलिक चर्च को भी इसका नोटिस लेना चाहिए, और जो दुनिया में बड़े इदारे हैं, यूनाइटेड नेशन है, इसके ऊपर भी बात करनी चाहिए। पहले हम समझते थे कि जो इंतखाबी मुहिम के अंदर वो इस्लाम के खिलाफ उसने जितनी बातें की हैं, तो इंतखाबी सियासत के अंदर बहुत कुछ होता है, लेकिन हलफ बर्दारी के बाद उसकी तकरीर का ये हिस्सा बहुत तकलीफ देह है। मैं समझता हूं कि शायद दुनिया के अंदर एक नया मसला खड़ा हो जाएगा, क्योंकि इससे पहले किसी अमरीकी सदर ने भी इस्लाम के साथ ये इसका दहशतगर्दी को यानी वो जो रेडिकल सिस्टम है उसको जोड़ा नहीं था।
Let's get in more details. Our Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan with further inputs. Geeta, on what this really means on the future relations now between America and Pakistan with the new president in office.
Well, that's right. Hafiz Saeed has been one of the terrorists who has not just been daring India, but this is not the first time that we see Hafiz Saeed come out with a rant against America. Donald Trump has made it very clear that using Islam as a way and means to further terror objectives in the region or in the world is not going to work. This is yet another dare and an attack, or for that matter, daring the United States of America, which could cost Pakistan heavily, given that Hafiz Saeed is an honored member of the Pakistani establishment.
Right, Geeta, this of course is a direct reaction that's coming from to Donald Trump's inauguration speech there, of course, where he'd said on him and his cabinet there to crack down on extremist Islam, and perhaps plans that they would go ahead in maintaining a Muslim registry as well.
Well, that's right. Far from what Barack Obama, former president of the United States of America, had said every time he spoke about extremism, in a departure from the U.S. policies, we see Donald Trump create a new one by mentioning the term radical Islam and radical Islamism, radical Islamic organizations. And in that, Hafiz Saeed has reacted, but there could be, U.S. is monitoring what is happening in Pakistan, and there could be a heavy price that they might have to pay with the Pakistani administration having to answer as to how is this man, who is a so-called philanthropist in Pakistan, allowed to not just rant against the United States of America, but also threaten the United States of America and its security.
Right. So, Geeta, are we looking at a tectonic shift, so to say, as far as America, U.S. and Pakistan relations there are concerned, with Trump in office now?
Well, we do not really know, Seher, whether there's going to be a tectonic shift, but there certainly is going to be a rethink and a review of the policies of United States of America vis-a-vis Pakistan and vis-a-vis the AFPAC region where U.S. still is a stakeholder.
Please stay on with us. Also getting in an independent voice here, Brigadier Mahalingam with us over the phone line. Thanks for being with us. In your view, this latest open dare here that's come in the form of yet another rant there by Hafiz Saeed, now daring, in fact, sending out this open threat against the US President Donald Trump. Brigadier, that question for you, please.
Basically, what he was saying is he was essentially targeting the terrorists. That is what he essentially meant. That is what I understood. Right. And as far as the Hafiz Saeed is concerned, he himself must be highly worried, because he is a terrorist, which he knows himself, and he is bringing up a terror organization, Jamaat-ud-Dawa, as also the Lashkar-e-Toiba, and he must be quite worried because he would be aware that Trump, with his attitude towards terrorism, he would target not only him, but also his so-called Lashkars and the Jamaat-ud-Dawa workers. That is precisely what is haunting him, and that is where he is trying to give a...
I'm afraid we'll have to reconnect with Brigadier Mahalingam on that in just a bit. But of course, having made it very clear that what the US President Donald Trump effectively meant was to act against Islamist terrorism. Hafiz Saeed, of course, in that rant, in that open dare against the US President, that he will not be spared if he would be acting against Muslims. But important to specify, of course, Donald Trump's argument has always been to crack down on Islamist terrorism. We have Commodore Ranjit Rai with us. Thank you for being with us, sir. In your view, this open threat now that has come in against Donald Trump by Hafiz Saeed?
Well, President Trump has to assure security to Americans who suffered 9/11, and they have been fighting in the Middle East, Afghanistan, with all the terrorist groups attacking them and killing Americans. So I see nothing different. On Hafiz Saeed, there have been changes in the terrorism attack. General Hafiz Saeed is going to head a 39 Army delegation to curb and remove terrorist organizations. Pakistan Army is doing its very best to curb terrorism, but the terrorists always threaten. So I see nothing new. They threaten India, they threaten the world, IS threatens the world. IS takes few actions here and there. So Donald Trump, even if Hafiz Saeed is threatened him, will see, and we notice in the whole world, including India, that how will Trump now curb IS and terrorism all around the world and make America more secure.
Appreciate you speaking to us. Commodore Ranjit Rai, of course, saying here that as far as the US President there is concerned, would be acting out only against Islamist terrorism there. Radical Islam is what he stated or meant to state perhaps in his inaugurational address there. There have been protests, though, that have been taking place in America as well against the so-called Muslim registry. But this being an open dare now, an open threat there by Hafiz Saeed against the US President. We're slipping into a